So it's early in the year, the sun is shining, the birds are singing, and you go to get your trusty wheelbarrow to do some yard work. And when you go and get it, you notice that it has a flat tire. So what do you do? I guess first thing that you would do is blow it up. And that's what we did for the last couple of years. But this year, it just won't hold any air. So, the cheapskate that I am, instead of going out and buying a new wheelbarrow, because this one is still great, still works, a little bit of rust, a few dents, but it still works fine, or go and buy a new wheel, I decided on trying to fix the tire. A new wheelbarrow cost, maybe 80 bucks, a new tire around 40. But for $9.95 or something like that, a Canadian Tire, I can get an inner tube. So today I'm going to show you how to replace an inner tube in a wheelbarrow tire. So the first thing to do would be, bring the wheelbarrow up close to the shed or garage and figure out how to take the wheel off. This one has 4 bolts, 2 on each side. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of oil on that, and this is actually sunflower oil. I use that. It's great for any sort of lubricant or for loosening up any sort of nut or bolt. I use it on even automotive bolts. This is an old-fashioned oil can. It's reusable. Nothing to throw out. I've had this for years. So I'll put that on there and then take the nuts off and then see where to go from there. Just to show you the shape of the tire, you can see the dry rotting right along there. That's where the air is coming from. It's important to remember that when you're replacing the tube or putting a tube in a wheelbarrow tire, is that you get this right size tube. Now this rim, it's actually written on the side of the tire right along here. It's 4.8 by 4 by 8. It's an 8-inch rim, and the other dimensions are for, I guess, just the other parts of the tire. So yeah, make sure that you actually get a proper size tube for your rim. And now I just have to dismount the tire. So to dismount the tire, what I did is I laid a couple of pieces of 2x4 on the floor, because where the wheel has a shaft coming out, it was wobbly. Then I kneeled on the edge of the tire and took a short crowbar and just stuck in that way and hooked the edge of the tire. So what I'll do now is I'll use a big screwdriver and this, and I'll just work my way around the rim, just prying like this, prying it up like that and moving along, and I should be able to pop the tire off the rim. So there you have it. The tire is now off the rim. I can get the tube inside the tire. So I just took the tire off the rim on one side using the crowbar. In order to get a little bit extra room to put the tube in, I flipped it over on the 2x4s again, and I pressed down around the edge to actually pop it off the inside bead as well. So I have a good bit of room there to get the tube in. And there is the valve, that black thing. I'm going to have to cut that off because there's a valve that actually comes with the tube that'll poke out through there. So I've got the tube here, and I've got the rim. So what I'm going to do, you can probably see there's the hole for the valves that are going through. I'm going to tuck the tube inside the tire, like so. Just take your time and poke it in around the tube. Poke it in around the edge of the rim. Make sure that your valve stem is sort of lined up with the hole. Tuck it in. You have to turn it over. So you do there you go. It's going on there now. So I'll just push that in there, stick that in through the outside the hole, and then I'm pretty much ready to fill it up. So I've got the tube in there now, and the valve stem's poked out through. It just took a little bit of wrestling, nothing too serious. So that's all inside the tire. The tube is inside the tire. So I just have to do the reverse with this edge to tuck it back in around the lip of the rim, and then I'm ready for air. There you have it. The rim is back, tire's back on the rim, and now all I need is air. So what I'm doing here is I'm gently holding the valve stem with a pair of pliers so that it doesn't pull back into the tube when inflating, so it'll make it much easier to inflate your tire. Now I'll show you how it just goes back together, as I didn't show you how it came apart. This is the axle. I'll put some sunflower oil on it. And there goes a big crow. That just slides in through the hub, and you line it up with the other side. As so. Quite simple. Then you take the two brackets. If I can get this here with one hand. You take one bracket. Then you slide it on over like that. That goes over your two bolts. And you bolt it down. And that'll go into there as well. Bolt down, and there you have it. Your wheel will be back on. So there you have it. I showed you how to put a tube in a tubeless wheelbarrow tire. It cost me $10, maybe 20 minutes to finish it, and it saved me a heck of a lot of money, and I can get much more use out of this wheelbarrow. Thanks for watching.